Challengers. As with any review, this may contain spoilers. This is an odd one for me. Overall, I didn't like it, but there were parts of the story that were interesting. This falls under the sports romance genre. The story is told in a time shift manner, and the gameplay along with the time shifts was done fairly well. My issue with the film is that for the most part, is how much the story focused on how hot Zendaya's character is. Don't get me wrong, Zendaya is smoking hot, and she looks incredible in the intimate scenes, and I appreciate those scenes, but the story is too focused on these two tennis guys desperately trying to get with her. The story follows Zendaya's character Tashi, a once promising tennis star who suffered a career-ending injury in college before she was able to turn pro. She marries, trains, and manages tennis pro Art Donaldson. Art is losing matches and overall motivation for the game and seems on the brink of retiring. Tashi, who is ultra competitive and is living her tennis career through Art, can't comprehend and accept what Art is feeling and going through. As they wait for Art to start winning again, she has him compete in a small tournament where no one there should pose a threat and he can gain his confidence back. In the final of the tournament, Art goes against his former dual tennis partner and best friend Patrick. Patrick was also Tashi's former boyfriend. The time shifts from the story go from the present to different times in their past and shows how the three met and everything leading up to the present time. The story felt like a soap opera and felt in the execution of the main story, which is how unprepared or unaccepting Tashi is for Art's retirement. Instead of focusing on that aspect and showing us her struggle and Art's struggle dealing with a wife who is also his coach and manager, who refuses to see the signs and refuses to accept that Art's career, which she sees as her career as well, is coming to an end. That aspect could have made for an interesting, drama-filled, intense study of a sports couple that doesn't know what to do besides competing and playing tennis. What we got instead was this sexualized version of that, with Tashi manipulating both Art and Patrick with her sex appeal to get what she wants. Obviously, the guys play their part and betray each other, but they do it just to get with Tashi. Any sort of Shakespeare-esk type of story that this movie tried to go with was surface level at best. It felt like the filmmakers thought by sexualizing the story, it would give it an edge and make it seem more modern. However, the way it was executed didn't feel edgy at all and lacked any substance. One other thing, I wonder if the studio and filmmakers are going to regret going with an R-rated story instead of a PG-13 story. I wonder how much impact that decision will make at the box office. The film has nudity, and I assume that's the reason it was rated R. The nudity felt unnecessary because none of the main characters were nude. The scene that has nudity is a locker room scene, and it shows the genitals of these random guys who are on the screen for less than 10 seconds. I'm sure the decision for the nudity was to make the story feel more authentic, but at what cost? When the nudity wasn't integral to the story. Sometimes nudity does help tell a story, but in this case, I don't see any benefit to having that scene in the movie. Overall, the story didn't work for me, but that doesn't mean you would enjoy it, and it may be worth watching. If you stuck around this long, why not give the video a like and subscribe? It's free. Also, check out my other videos. Leave a comment and let me know what you think of the film. See you in the next review.